Hey guys, welcome back to Mo's Game Table. Today we're going to take a look inside Nations at War Digital. This is a game from Lock and Load Publishing and will be on early release on Steam, just like Lock and Load Tactical Digital was last week. You're going to get the games early, and the games are in development. You're going to save some money, so just bear that in mind. It is in development. That's what early access means. So be patient when you see things that may not be 100% yet because, again, in development. So here's the main menu. You're going to see single player, tutorial, multiplayer, load game, and options. Options are pretty simple. I've got the music turned off right now. I've got the automatic camera and the screen edge pan camera turned off. That's because I have a tendency to move my mouse around the edges, and I don't want the map sliding back and forth like my mouse is right now, and it would annoy you guys as you're watching it. When you go into multiplayer, you just highlight your name. You can type out your name and then click connect. And we're going to not do that right now. We're just going to click back. Tutorial is actually really cool. It's a scripted tutorial that's all text, and it's going to, stuff for you to read and situations in the game to play through. So you actually will see how all these actions take place and how they're completed. So pretty neat. It takes about 20 minutes to get through. Usually get through it pretty quick. A little less than 20 minutes, but 20 minutes is a good guideline, especially if you're going to read through everything slowly. If you've never played before. If you played, you'll get through it a lot quicker. And we have single player, and we've got the option for Aw Nuts or Swap Meet, and we'll go with Aw Nuts first. We'll set the player for the US to be the player and the enemy AI to be the German. Here is the scenario itself. It gives you a little bit of text fluff about the scenario. You've got your orders of battle support, and then the turn length, the weather, special rules, and your victory conditions. So let's get started with that. You'll see the AI is going to place out the German units on the east side of the map. Their whole objective is to get their units across here. The objectives for the U.S. is to stop the enemies from reaching the west edge, which are highlighted here in the gold hexes, and then you must not lose 3 units. So pretty easy objectives to remember. Because I like a UI that's decluttered, I can just click objectives, and it will go away. If I want to read the mission, I can just click on the mission tab here, and it'll bring the mission back up. I can read all about that. And the messages over here I don't need to read, so I'm just going to click that so that way that goes away. And then along the right-hand side are the German units. I can just go scroll through them, and I can see the different units that are there. For example, we'll take a look at the headquarters unit, Beck. Leadership value of 2, command range of 4, and a morale value of 7. And along the right-hand side, you're going to have another toolbar here. This is a menu, so you can resume, save load, options, or stop your session. You have the manual, so you can read through the manual if you are not familiar with the game already, if you don't have a copy of it. If you have a physical copy of the rulebook from having the board game, that's great. If not, or you don't want to pull it out, you can just use the digital version here. And the cool thing about this is as you're going through, say you want to know the unit types, click on it. It's hyperlinked. It's going to take you right there, so you can just scroll through and understand everything you need to know about that. Let's see, move and fire. If I don't know how to do that, I can just pull that up before I actually commit the action. I can read about it right in here. Stack units, move and fire, defensive measures, how that works. So you've got everything you'll need in the rulebook here, but you can also download a digital copy from the Lock and Load website, so you'll always have it for easy reference, or if you wanted to print it out yourself. Along the top here, we've got our chits that are going to be pulled. This is a chit pull game, and this is your virtual cup. So just that's what those are up here, in case you're wondering. Along the bottom, we have the U.S. units that you're going to be placing on the map, and you've got your support weapons as well as improved positions. So let's just throw these counters out there. Again, this is not going to be optimal placement. This is not going to be great tactics necessarily. This is just to throw these things down so you can see how the game works in action. So we're going to put this 57mm gun out. You have the option to have it towed or not towed. I'm going to place it because we want to shoot things, so we're going to put it there. The headquarters unit with it, and we'll slap an improved position on it. And let's just get some infantry out here. The mortars there. Put another infantry here, and another one there, and another one here. So let's put our machine guns out. Last of our improved positions, we'll give that to the heavy guns, and we're done. The Germans will pull their chit first, and they'll move their units. And you can see the units are going to move, and you get the option for opportunity fire here. And just like in the board game, when you're moving, you have to tell your opponent, stop, I want to try to take opportunity fire here. In the digital game, you don't have to worry about it. It's going to path it out for you, and then you will choose where you're going to shoot along that path. Let's see, I don't know if I'll be able to take the shot, but I'm going to try taking it anyway on that Tiger. Confirm. Nope, not able to take the shot, so. And we'll take a shot with the mortar. Take it right there. Why not? And they'll shoot, but it'll be ineffective. And we're done with that. Germans are done. It is our turn now, and we have a couple of barrages. You can do 2 fire missions per turn. You have the option of doing a barrage and an indirect fire, or 2 barrages straight up. So let's see what's in LOS. And everything in the yellow areas is in line of sight. Cool thing is, as you can see by this barrage marker here, it's going to affect 7 hexes. This is what your target hex is, and then all of these hexes around it are going to be the area of effect. So let's see. They are going to be able to hit this one. So because this one is in line of sight, you can see it's in yellow or light green, whatever, lime green, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to take that shot there. He rolls a 5. For it to be accurate, it needs to roll between 2 and 6. So 3 is a good roll to start off. That should whack 'em all right there. That'll kill that Tiger. 3 shots on the APCs, so that's going to have to be split because there's 2 units here, and it's all for one rather than before all. It's one for all before all for one is the saying I always use to remember everything. This is going to be good. 4 hits. Oh, yeah. It's going to be one smoking crater right there. All right, so that was really a great barrage because I took out the 2 tank units right away and took out the headquarters. So now every enemy unit is going to have to roll to see if they're in command before they can activate each turn. So that was a really good one. Let's save the other barrage for later, and I'm not going to bother with that mortar shot. So we're done with the activation there. Let's put these guys in Overwatch. I'll put all these guys in Overwatch just because Overwatch will allow you to take opportunity fire. So we'll put our big guns in Overwatch. And I think I'm going to move this guy. I'll show you how movement works. So you just perform your operation. Actually, no, I'm not going to move him just yet. But this is how it would work. You would perform your operation, and then you would select movement. And just move along the map. And you'll see here the movement points are listed out. So if you wanted to back up, you could just click back up. And we're just going to cancel that altogether. And we're going to put them in Overwatch. We're done. See what the Germans do here. Well, the U.S. is going to get another chance. I'm just going to pass the activation here and move it over to the Germans. And we'll finish our activation. See what the Germans can do here. Now, again, they've got a role to be in command. That guy's in command. The second guy here is not. He failed. This guy's failed as well. The mortar unit is in command, so those 2 units can actually do something the other 2 can't. He's going to try to rally. He is not successful, and he has a success and a failed. So he's going to move up. And I get an opportunity fire here with my mortar. I'm going to take that shot there. He's going to fire at the other mortar unit that's going to be moving. Or I should say they're going to fire at him first. He's going to return the favor. Neither one of them is going to hit. And they're set. And we're already in turn 3. Up in the top left here, you're going to see turn 3. And remember, they have to get 3 units off the west edge of the map by turn 10. That's why it's so critical doing that headquarters hunting that I did before, taking that out. That was so critical because now everybody has to roll to be in command before they can do anything, and this will definitely slow them down, and the odds of them getting across now are much more diminished. So being that I don't have... Let's see. Can I take these guys? That only potentially affect 2. So I'm going to save that. These guys are already in Overwatch, so I'm just going to finish the activation, let the Germans keep moving. Try to move this along for you. Unfortunately, the command check fails, so he's not going to be able to do anything. That one does pass. He passes. And he fails. So we got 50% success so far. And then the last one fails. So only 2 units going to be able to activate this turn. They're going to rally. So, being that I've got these guys so spread out, I'm going to save that barrage. Take a shot with the order unit. He's going to roll success. They're going to roll a save. So they got some good drivers there, able to dodge around that. We're going to skip that other barrage. I want to try to, you know, group them up if possible to get the most out of that barrage. We're going to take a shot here at this guy. He gets 1 hit. It's going to get through, so it'll disrupt the 1 vehicle. Again, it's 3 steps to destroy. You have to disrupt, reduce, and then destroy. So first step is disruption, and then after that, reduction. And it's 2-step units, so when you reduce them, they cannot heal back. When they're disrupted, they can rally back. So while I said it's 3 steps, it's actually still 2. Once they're reduced, it's 2. You have to disrupt, then destroy. So for a health unit, it's disrupt, reduce, destroy. So just keep that in mind when you're taking shots at units. If you disrupt them and you step loss them, you reduce them, you want to follow on immediately with another shot from another unit, because then you could potentially destroy them. All right, so we're done with the activation. We are now in turn 5. Odds of them getting across are pretty slim. This little yellow bar that is running along the bottom here, that's for the fate points. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. I don't think I did, but there are no fate points in this scenario, so they're not going to play a factor. But if you did have fate points, that is the timer that lets you know, hey, I need to use a fate point to interact with those dice if you wanted to re-roll or change the dice value up or down. And he's going to take a shot. And he does not get anything. He's going to take a shot, and he's not going to get anywhere. You've got a concealed U.S. unit there. An improved position, so Americans are sitting pretty right now. And now we're in turn 6. The Germans are going to get to move again. They have to start moving forward very aggressively, but they've got to be in command before they can do that. 1 unit out of command, 1 unit in, another unit out, so difficult for them to get those units across to the west side of the map right now. They're going to try taking a pot shot. The Americans are not going to be affected. Mortar shot, not going to do anything. Now it's the Americans' turn. So now I've got a tight group here. So let's try for a barrage here. Gets a 4, so it's going to hit. Now let's hope for some good hits. And we get a good amount of hits here. They're not able to save on that. These are opposed die rolls. You have an attack and a save. So got a smoke and wreck again. All right, so there's going to be 1 save, so that'll disrupt them. Oh, 4 hits. This could be a smoking hole in the ground. It will be a smoking hole in the ground. I believe there's only 1 unit there, so yeah, he's destroyed. So right now, those 2 barrages were real effective. Again, it shows you the benefit of waiting for units to bunch up. So when you're playing, you don't want to bunch your units up, but sometimes you have to, especially when you need to remain in command. So that's the tough balance that you've got to deal with in this game is that, you know, being in command or being out of command, yeah, you can spread your units out, but you're going to be out of command. They may not be able to activate each turn. So the risk versus reward is the choice you're going to have to make. So should we take that shot? Yeah, why not? Let's take a shot with our anti-tank gun at the mortars. Get one hit, they get nothing. So that'll disrupt them. And let's see if the mortars can finish them off or do a little more damage. So they reduce that unit, so they cannot heal back from that. They can get out of the disrupted state, but they cannot heal back from that reduced. So we're done here with these units. Move on to the next chit pull. Germans are going to have to roll for command check. There's a success, another success, another success. Wow, they're getting really good success rolls here for these command checks. So all 4 are successful. That guy fails to rally, so he stays disrupted. He does rally. He's able to rally. So only the 1 unit is going to stay disrupted. Currently, he's going to back out a little bit, but I guess the Germans are realizing now, hey, this is pretty much it. We're not going to be able to get past this staunch American defense because of my great placement. That's what it was, guys, my great placement. I'm a genius. No, it's just the way it worked out. And again, AI is still being worked on. So if you see stuff like this where you don't see super aggressive AI, you don't see super aggressive movements, that's why. If you were playing me, I would probably, you know, either run right up the gut or I'd try running around the side, depending on the placement. But because I generally just like to run right into the fray and get killed. That's why I lose. But hey, I have fun. So what we're going to do now is we're going to see if we can take a shot with these guys. Gonna pick on those poor little mortar guys. And they're disrupted again. And let's see if we can have some more fun with them. Get 1 hit. He does a save, though. So no destruction on that, and we'll just finish the activation here so we can try to get through this. Turn 8, it's the Americans again. Let's see if we can finish these guys off. Oh, that'll do it. And they're dead. They had 2 hits and they had 1 saved. All they needed was 1 hit to kill them because they were already reduced. See if he can shoot at anything. Nope, he has no last sight, so let's move him up here. And we'll be done with our activation. So the Americans are definitely going to win this. Alright, we get the end turn, and then turn changes to 9. It's the Americans' turn. I'm not going to go any further with this. It's pretty much a foregone conclusion that I'm just going to set these guys to Overwatch. And set these guys to Overwatch as well. And we'll finish the activation. Let the Germans go. See if they can actually do anything here. They fail. They fail on a command check. And again, they fail. So there's an entire wasted activation for the Germans because they were not able to be in command. They do get their rally, so they did rally there. But they can't do anything else. Final turn, Germans get to check their command status, see if they can do something. This guy can. This guy can. And this guy can. But they're never going to make it across the map at this point. They've got the 1 turn. They've only got a few movement points. I think it's 5, which is on that center number that is circled here. You see that center number circled there. That's the movement points. And it's the Americans' turn. I'm just going to finish the activation. There's no point in doing anything here. we get the turn, and that's the game. Allies get the victory. The Americans have thwarted the Germans' plans. But like I said, the last few turns there wasn't much going on because the Germans really couldn't do anything every turn because of that command check, and that's really key why that those headquarters are a big target. You go headquarter or something, you can really hurt the opponent. So that's something to bear in mind when you're playing the game. And I hope this gives you guys, though, an idea of how the game plays. Again, it is in development, so you know, we didn't see the best AI there. Don't expect to see the best AI in every scenario because it is in development. But play multiplayer. Play against somebody. You can find me online as well, or anybody that has the game, and we'll be happy to jump in a game and have some fun and play. Well, I hope that helps you guys out if you've been curious about this one. If you have any comments or questions, post them down below. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.